It makes a whole lot of sense to get hands-on first before you get out to the house, make sure everything goes together smoothly.
How fun is that when you can not only purchase products from a company that wants to sell you stuff, but you can come and mingle with them, hands-on. They didn't charge us anything for this event. It's a lot of fun to be here and continue learning, progressing.
Almost every installation we do is a little bit different. Having these different tools, it's always good to just have a bigger toolbox.
NAWS hosted this training event with Victron and Discover so that our installers and contractors that we work closely with here in northern Arizona have the opportunity to get their hands on Victron equipment, Discover equipment. We have, representatives from Victron and Discover and NAWS here to help collaborate.
The most important things are really how the system works, goes together, what the key components are for sizing a system on that, what that means to the overall cost of the system.
We can talk about the products till we're blue in the face, and we can hand out manuals and wiring diagrams, but the best way to retain the knowledge and to become familiar with the products is to actually do the actual hands-on training.
Continued education is always needed and desired by installers. They're taking their time out of their day, and they are willing to do so to come out here and learn. So we gave them an opportunity to do that, and all they had to do is commit their time.
Well, certainly the more options that they have available at their fingertips allows them to present more options to the customer when they come with a particular project in mind.
They're installing basically a 12-volt inverter, Victron inverter, and DC busing, charge controller, and the communications to go together with all the Victron equipment. And then they're going to couple that together with Discover batteries and the Link 2 from Discover so that they can do closed-loop communications. So the batteries and the inverter system will be able to communicate together.
The Victron equipment is incredibly flexible in terms of sizing, scaling, the communication options, remote monitoring, remote firmware updates, remote programming even. If the installers know what the capabilities are of the Victron products, then as soon as the customer comes with a recommendation or a request for what they want in their system, immediately there'll be Victron options that will pop into their mind because they know what we're capable of doing.
Here at today's event, Discover's provided our AES lithium battery, which is a 1.5 kilowatt battery. They're working with 12-volt systems today, so it's one of our newer products. Features heating, IP67 rating, on-off switch, and smart communication, which allows closed loop with the Victron equipment here.
The most applicable setup that this would be used for would be like a mobile application, like an RV or marine application, this one in particular. But the skill set that they're learning from this can also be passed on to do off-grid, to do grid interactive. The equipment is, for the most part, the same throughout the industry, just different nominal voltages and different power capacities based on the application at hand.
We're supposed to be the professionals when we get on site, and if we have an opportunity to actually mess with the equipment, turn it on, make sure that it's working well, and make sure that we know how to program quickly and accurately, definitely helps the bottom line.
Not only do I get to ask questions about existing products that we've been working with for years, we get to see new products that are coming out. Like, hey, I really wish I had this feature, and NAZ just told me today, one of my favorite technicians, he's like, hey, guess what? That's coming in about a month.
The solar industry right now is growing, so it's good to see these types of trainings and people coming from all over, from different expertise and getting their 2 cents and opinions about what they've worked on, and helps me grow professionally too.
I've never worked with batteries that integrate into Victron like this does. The Discover batteries are pretty interesting, so I'll see if there's ways I can get those integrated into what I do.
One of the big benefits of today's thing is the collaboration aspect of working with installers. So firsthand feedback on how it's going and what improvements perhaps we can make, what things they'd like to see, how things are evolving, just making it simpler, easier for them to accommodate their customers and get jobs done efficiently.
There's a certain part of the brain, a certain memory that's sort of enabled when you do it hands-on, and it also allows people to become more familiar with the individual components.
It's a little bit more technical than what I'm used to working with, which is a good challenge for me.
No, I've been very impressed with NAZ. They've been very helpful in a lot of the installs that we've done, both on-grid and off-grid. I really appreciate them for hosting these types of events that allow us to come out and get hands-on experience.